Welcome to the far session.
Are we up?
I think
Oh,
we
that's
on.
what's
Man.
up. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
I
yeah,
said
yeah.
welcome.
Man.
Yeah,
Welcome.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Far sessions. Greetings to everyone. Greetings to the world. Greetings to the people, to the children. Greetings to you all
Yeah.
on planet Earth.
Yeah, most importantly, greetings to the elders.
Yes, sir.
And greetings to Abogogo Abomkuru.
Mm.
Wherever you're listening to us from, around the globe, around the world, greetings to you.
Yeah.
Please don't forget, whatever you want to let us know, just drop your comments down below. And if you've never listened to the Far Sessions before, please do like and subscribe, Non Creations, the channel.
Yes,
And
sir.
also do make sure that you hit that notification bell so you'll be able to get updated on our latest videos.
Yeah, make sure you hit those likes too. Like what you like.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Welcome to the Far Sessions. I am Zulu Warrior Architect, aka Zwarkitek, aka the Cornerstone, aka the Ark of the Covenants, aka the stone the builder refused. Now he needs to build with. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. I got my people. With me.
Yeah. It's your boy GCPMC.
Yes, sir.
AKA God Sees Power Mastered Creatively.
Yes, sir.
AKA Golden Child Poet and Master MC.
Yes, sir.
Also AKA known as the one and only Mr. HOD, heavy on drank, high on dope.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, it's whatever you like when we're up in this piece, man.
Yeah, man, it's
we're
all
doing
good.
it good, you know.
Yeah, we're doing it good today. We got our man, DeHouseByDane on the boards as usual. Doing the 1, 2, and 2, managing
Killing
everything, making
killing
sure
it.
you hear us,
Yeah,
making
yeah.
sure we all communicate properly.
Yeah.
We also got our brother at the back, man.
Yeah, shout out to the Buddha, man.
To the Buddha, yeah. So for now, we're just gonna keep it there.
Yeah,
man. So yeah, we here, man. Yo, brah. Yeah, man, it's quite a week, hey?
Yeah, it's been a very
how's your week,
very,
man?
very hectic week.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw a lot of things happen.
A lot, you know what I mean? Transcending from what we know, we know, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like the last week has been very somber and sad. You know, we all know Takeoff
and all that, you know what I mean?
You know,
But yeah, man. But just to also mention, man, there's a lot of cable theft happening.
True.
Actual cable theft.
True.
Abantu bantshontsha intambo.
Yes, izinyokanyoka.
Inyokanyoka zibuye ngenkani.
And manje yazi, it's really hurting us because we get affected the most as the people who live in the area where these cables are being stolen.
Dude.
You know, because we the ones who have to suffer with the outages, you know. There's no load shedding right now in South Africa, but we suffer with electrical outages. I remember this morning when I woke up, there was no electricity.
Yo.
I went back to bed because, like, what the hell am I gonna do with no electricity?
Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. But but yo, we got another like a grown up brother. Now it was like, yo, we gotta start doing community protection. In the hood.
Yeah.
I'm not talking no private security in the pubs. I'm talking in the hood. We come together, bruh. And then we watch for such things. We cannot allow cable theft.
Yeah.
It's
a very big threat to our neighborhood.
Too much, bro.
Not only to our infrastructure, but also to us as a people.
Yeah.
Because if this continues, we'll have more and more outages and we'll suffer more and more as time goes by. Dude. You know, when there is an outage, your fridge is not working.
Your food is gonna
spoil.
Yeah, it's gonna spoil though, you know. And December.
Not potentially, it's gonna spoil. It's summer. It's hot as
and December's
man.
Literally.
Right now it's 31 degrees. Thanks to the cloud cover, we're not feeling it, but
you can feel the heat. Yeah, you can feel the heat though, you know.
The humidity alone is the main reason why your food will spoil.
Man, it's crazy, bro. So we're just sending a word to yo, man. If you know people that are doing this, report Lando. If not, because yeah. Ngasho bazolimala because we can only take so much.
Yeah, so Katala,
So Katala,
that's one thing I know. I'm not trying to say this
we're not
as a person
instigating
who's
any,
inciting any riots or inciting any violence.
Kodwa.
But Mina, if I catch you doing that shit, bro,
Hey man,
it's over for you.
It's
That's
over.
It's over for you.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that being said, I wanted us to talk about Ilona Vet. We have a big presence of Amasulumani.
Yeah.
Like where we at specifically in the hoods, but I'm gonna be specific to Efolweni, where we at, man. There's quite a high amount of Amasulumane Efolweni, and of course, it's been more emphasized due to the masjid which they built.
They recently built like a worship house.
A worship house, actually, a masjid, but a worship house.
But one thing that I always want to emphasize, I know people are only gonna notice this now, but these people have been living among us for decades.
Yeah. You mentioned that to me. I only knew him in a few families, because there's actually a family that, in a way, back in the days, bro, I was still in lower primary, and the lady's daughter, yabo, lo mama lo yena ngangijwayele wayejwayele ukuthi ngicela iy'ngane zakhe la ngimhambisele nazo e-primary, yabo, lo nesigele. So ngangijwayele uyigada njengey'ngane zakhe. She actually was Islam, yabo lona. I had no idea at the time. Ngoba iy'ngane zakhe, they wore as such. Yabo, and kwahamba phela, yabo. So there were very few families I knew, yabo lona, but then with the presence of Imashidi, with the sound, yabona learned. Oh, now you know. Okay, but then you told me
you see them commune. Also.
Yeah.
You see them commune even before there was a masjid. They would commune in certain houses.
In certain houses, yeah.
And
there are houses I would see too.
They'd be like, "Yo, man, a ton of people in one house."
So it's only fair by the masjid, man.
Yeah, it's only fair, right? They've been working towards it, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm very happy for them.
I'm happy for them too, man.
Because they finally now have a place where they'll be able to commune as a community, and they'll get to build more and more camaraderie together as they do their worship.
Hey, man, although, the neighbors are like, yo, man, what's up with the noise? Like, why were we not warned? You know what I mean? Like, holler at us and tell us, oh, okay, we want to build something like this. And because people have been really tripping on the noise.
Okay.
If you know what I mean. Like, yo, like, Zotiavuga, oh, like 12 o'clock, yo, what is the sound? People do feel like, hey, man, like, what's popping? You know what I mean? Patige, change.
But one question I got, like,
change.
Okay, man.
I'm talking about the people I know anyway.
I'm just posing a question to them, not to you. To them. No, hit us on the comments. Tell us what you think about my question. Answer it as honestly as you can. How many nightclubs do we have in the area?
I don't really know. A couple, though. We have
several. At night, are you not asleep?
Of course, I'm asleep.
When they make noise, do you ever complain?
We don't, man. We don't.
Why?
Sometimes though we do. I've seen it. Yeah. I'm not gonna mention names of nightclubs in the hood. I've seen their names in newspapers. People do write letters, actually. Yeah, they do, for real.
Yeah, but are those nightclubs serving any worship purposes?
Nah, they don't. They're not at all. I mean, it's a nightclub,
Exactly. So these people are worshiping, and they are literally just worshiping. Why would you be bothered by people worshiping?
I got you.
That's an interesting question. Go to church, and we know we have some charismatic churches in the area
of course,
who have loud radio systems.
Extremely.
And they blast at night from like 10 until the morning
2 a.m.,
6 a.m.
6 a.m., yeah.
And we never get people complaining about this. Why all of a sudden? Because it's someone else who's doing the worshiping and you can hear them worship, would you have a problem?
That's a question for the people to answer, man.
Yeah, hit us up on the comments, man. Let us know what you think. I'm not taking sides, people. I'm just posing a logical question. Don't come all heated with me and try and blast me off. Just answer me honestly. Who's ever interrupted you while you were worshiping at church and said you're making a noise?
Yeah, well, I first tripped when you when you made the comparison between a nightclub and a church, I was like, nah, man, you know. But
No,
but I got
I'm
you.
just being
Yeah,
relevant to the
yeah.
situation we live
Nah, I
in.
got you. No, it's true. No, it's true, bro. It's true. Nah, man, I get you, bro. I get you. But all is well, man. We do welcome the community. They are a part of us, and yeah, man. All praise is due to Allah. You know what I mean? All praise is due to Allah, man.
Yeah, man. All praise is due to Umbelingang, you know.
Yeah. Speaking of praise, in fact, Ricky Rick actually got an award.
Oh, really?
International award, the Global Visionary Award. At the BT Awards, eh?
What?
Yeah, man. It's a posthumous award because
Because he's no longer with us. Yeah.
Rest in power to Ricky Rick.
So
man.
they honored him.
They honored
at
him
the BT Awards.
At the BT, yeah, the Global Visionary Award, man.
Wow.
So all praise to that, man.
That's
we are
brilliant.
just grateful, man. Yeah, you can check it out on YouTube.
That's brilliant.
They did just
it's funny though.
A video.
It's funny though that Ricky Rick dropped his first debut album when his only album. What year was it? I think it was 2015, 2014.
Yeah, 15. I want to say 15.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. 14, 15 there.
14, 15.
Yeah.
But he's only getting recognized as a visionary in the year 2022.
Globally too. Not just he's a global visionary.
Yeah. But let's look at the amount of work that the brother has put in, like
plenty.
Like from amapiano to hip hop, to the Cotton Fest,
to Ukotini
as a whole,
his fashion,
the fashion
sense,
industry,
his clothing sense, his influence to that,
because he literally changed the game for all the kids.
Yeah, he did. And just as a person, one thing about him, man, the more I like research, you know what I mean, and go, you know what I mean, deeper into his life, you know, I constantly find to know not just in the sense of but like he was very humble as a person. He was extremely humble. Like he goes to a club, for example, he'll communicate with everyone. I'm talking the chefs, you know what I mean? I'm talking the security guard. He won't be the paparazzi pop star you think he is. But he'll be a human being. You know what I mean? Like connect with people. And just vibe. You know what I mean? I remember a story I read, I think in one of our local newspapers. I'm not sure it's Isolez no Milanga, but one of the journalists was speaking with him. Last time he saw him was in December. Somewhere in Morningside. Kone event enza kone Morningside. In fact, so me figure lana fe tuyabo table out lo. But me figure, okay, why we VIP yabo? But ahlala ngakhona. He went straight to the security guards. He went to the chefs of the lounge. Wakhuluma nabo vibe nabo the cleaners. Uthi mfethu babambele bites mfethu. Babambele notshwala. Mfethu wa vibe nabo ngenye indlela. He was not based in the VIP. He was like, okay, that's strange. He's a lot of pop star. He's a pop star. He's a superstar. But like, Ibo, uzohlala nabantu so-called you know, average or not.
Cool. Not cool level, very important
people. Yeah. And then I was like, he was like, man, it was touched. I was like, I've heard those stories, man. And just the people he lifted.
That's what happens
in the industry.
That's what happens when you're humble, Maji.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you are humble. I mean, even before most people were famous, most people credit their fame to Ricky.
True. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, let's look at what Ricky did for a lot of careers in the industry. Like, most people won't tell you this, but Ricky Rick has been one of the dudes who styled people for their album covers.
That I didn't know.
Most people won't tell you this. Ricky Rick was the guy who was the most reachable in terms of asking if he could feature on your song. Most people won't tell you that Ricky Rick didn't charge niggas that much. But he made the most money. You want to know why?
Why?
Because he was genuine and he was humble. That's why good things kept happening.
Yeah.
So we give him kudos
man.
kudos for
Kudos, man.
a very
Kudos.
well lived life,
Yeah,
even
man.
though it ended sadly
and unexpectedly, you know what I mean? We want more. We need Ricky. He's much needed.
And it's very important that we go into our word of the day. When we speak about Ricky, I mean, I believe that this quote literally falls in line with how we would sum up him as a person.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It's said in the world that the happiest people don't have the best of everything, but they just make the best of everything.
Hey, bro, and that's facts. The happiest people
don't have the best,
of everything,
but they just
make
the
best of
everything.
everything. That's a powerful quote. That's a powerful quote.
Yeah, man.
That's something we need to put on a t-shirt.
Yeah,
for sure.
It'll definitely be good on a t-shirt.
Yeah,
just that we
man.
can't credit the person who wrote it because he's anonymous.
Oh wait, nah, man. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. So it's man. So a lot is happening in the world, man. Of course, as we know, the takeoff incident has been very crazy. I mean, it's escalated from what was reported before.
Yeah.
I'm finding out now, okay, there's rumors, not even rumors, man. Yeah, rumors.
Yeah.
But we call them rumors.
Conspiracy.
A conspiracy, my friend.
Yes.
Yoguti, no, he could have been a music industry sacrifice.
Really?
He could have been a music industry sacrifice. I mean, as I'm researching the case, just the videos, there's different videos. There is alone. There's like the latest one I heard of was a video whereby he's not actually shown in the place or in the crowd that is playing dice. Oh no, he's not shown with them, but he's not shown being shot in the crowd. He's seen running.
Whoa.
And then
getting shot.
Bullets, then getting shot. That is a video that's on TMZ. I'm not making this up. That's a video on TMZ. And so it's like, what is going on? Takeoff might have literally been taken off for certain reasons as an individual, as a businessman, and I don't know. But these are just things, again, I'm reading off from the internet.
But
these
then
speculations.
If we're being honest,
could it be a sacrifice?
Takeoff is literally the most underappreciated
member
or overlooked member of the Migos.
That being said, behind the scenes, though, the work he put in.
Let's not just talk about behind the scenes, man. When it comes to bars, he's literally the only nigga I can hear.
Hey, Fed, so it was sad to know that. And another thing, finding out that actually, the gun that shot, you know what I mean, it was Quavo's cats. That actually fired the shot. So that alone was like, oh man, what is going on? And another thing, where they were at, Fed. Jay Prince Jr.'s place, the son of Jay Prince. Yo, that place is high end, man. High end security. I mean, it's one of those places where is learned that is very high end and very professional, man. According to baby Hamana mob ties, man. Like they had the pass to be in Houston. They did check with the mob first, and then they got the pass, and then so they were quite protected. You know what I mean? It's just weird. And the fact that I found out that supposedly the guy or the kid, 16-year-old who shot him, was found dead. So
it's another loose end.
There are so many loose ends to the case now. I want to go deep. I'm going to go deeper because, again, it's a conspiracy now, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean...
There's so many...
come on, man. Like, yo...
Sacrifice. We've seen sacrifices in the industry or supposed sacrifices.
Well, conspiracy.
That's where it has.
Conspiracy has been known to say that these people who die in music are sacrifices. Conspiracy has been known to say such. On YouTube, there's videos about it. I'm not gonna name any people who do these videos.
You can just
Google it or YouTube it. Do whatever you wanna do. But when speaking about these sacrifices, there's been a lot of conspiracy around certain people's deaths and how they died, and specific dates and whatnot and everything. It really don't wanna lie with you, man. It creeps me out. I'm not scared of death. I can die any day. I know that for sure.
Any moment.
But it creeps me out how my death can be used as a springboard to catapult massive wealth.
BIG specifically with Bad Boy, Tupac, bruh. We can name them. We can go on and on, but it's crazy. Even nigga, on individuals, okay, there's even the side where, Jennifer Hudson and her family,
Hey, that one is
that was a hard.
hey, that one really creeped me out.
As you enter stardom,
like the very fabric of your entire
being
is all wiped out.
Yo. Just when you're getting to the next level of your stardom, man.
Just when they're about to reap the rewards of you.
Yeah. It's deep. And then of course there's the cases, my brother, of Astroworld, for example, where there's a concert and then people die, people burn.
Yeah.
And then it's just like people that were involved are seen 2 days later in clubs just popping champagne, and just in strip clubs you're like,
what's going on?
What's going on? Hey, bruh.
I mean, if you remember, we used to watch like DVDs of Michael Jackson back in the day, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Remember, at a Michael Jackson concert, there would always be paramedics waiting
all the time.
Why? It's a concert. It's not like it's a war zone.
In them case, though, they say that the ladies are mostly mostly the ladies, man, not men, but mostly the ladies would fan out so much, and then they just like
collapse.
They collapse. The ecstasy of being near the king of pop,
made them collapse.
His energy. Come on, man.
We talk about collapse.
The king of pop. We talk about the king of pop. People would just have like, my God, orgasms, literally.
And just collapse.
Just collapse.
Really?
That's actually happened with Pharrell too.
Really?
Well, with Pharrell, it happens a lot with him. Especially, I remember when in SA, they were talking about this, and he was like, yo, it creeped him out though. That actually happened is in SA. Ladies just like, when people, they're about learn just what we find out so much.
They collapsed.
Yo, that shit is crazy. What would I do? I don't know what I would do if that happened to me, hey? I definitely would call the ambulance, of course, and make sure they're good. But it's like, yo, you know what I mean?
Hey, bro.
It's crazy. But it's the king of pop. When you think of Michael Jackson, bruh, we're talking about a god.
Of the music.
Literally, we can say he's a god.
We can say he's a god of music.
There are statues. Remember in the DVD, and I think there were videos of, there was that statue of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What?
You remember that the time he did the Thriller music video.
Oh, come on.
That music video was like, how long was that music video? I think like 9 minutes.
It's a movie. Yeah, it's about 9 minutes. A short movie. We'll call it a short movie. Yeah. But there's a DVD of it, a short film, but there's like a DVD of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 19 minutes.
19 minutes.
19
like
minutes of the album.
Of the album.
The making of the album.
But that was a movie. That was the first time in the history
of music.
And just, I say even the history of history itself.
Yeah.
That was done.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, after him, obviously everybody, you know what I mean?
He's
a pioneer.
Yeah, he's a pioneer. He opened that lane.
He opened that lane. Funny, speaking of Thriller, even he was a genius on multiple levels, man, as an artist. I remember Kuleo album, Thriller. There's a song called PYT.
Yeah.
Literally.
Pretty young thing.
PYT.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how much we are the text generation. We're the short alphabet.
We're the short alphabet.
You know what I mean?
But he revolutionized that.
But I'm saying at that time, bro, he was already there. To name a song, PYT.
Yeah, pretty young.
At the time, to acronym it.
I used to love my
PYT, a young thing. So, Michael Jackson, to a legend of legends, man, a god of pop and music.
Yeah,
so,
but to be
but he also
honest,
had conspiracies surrounding him.
There's a lot of things that Michael Jackson actually revolutionized.
Too many.
There's a lot, like
too many.
He was one of the first people to actually accredit his moonwalk to kids on the street.
Yes, he's funny you say that. He gave credit to most so-called great artists, as we know. Most artists don't reveal their sources. It's a fact. Many people act like, oh no,
I
it's
came
some
up
inspiration
with this.
divine.
Yes.
No,
I came up
actually,
with this.
we do research.
Yeah.
Artists do a hell of a research.
Yeah.
You know, they don't just wake up.
Yeah,
you
so
know,
with
sometimes you can wake up,
Yeah.
but usually it's based on research you were doing, and then maybe in the shower
it clicks.
it clicks.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson credited children to his moonwalk.
Yeah. Children on the streets of the
ghetto were dancing
doing the moonwalk.
And he's like,
it was like, wow, that's a new style. I've never seen that style before.
And he took that and ran with it.
He took it and ran with it. The first time he performed and did the moonwalk was, I think, the year 19. Was it 78 or was it
somewhere 80? There? I'm thinking so too.
I think it was 78 or 81.
I don't recall them. Yeah, I was not yet in this planet.
We're talking about the documentary we watched, people. The documentary we watched. We weren't alive at that time.
Yeah.
But when he first performed the moonwalk, he was
actually... a Saturday Night Live, right?
Yeah, it was a Saturday Night Live. Yeah. And he was performing his single. The name of the song was Rock With You.
Oh, man, which is actually one of my favorite songs from Michael Jackson.
It's a classic.
It's
a classic Michael Jackson joint. So he was performing that song and he busted the move. The moonwalk. And then everyone went just crazy.
What?
Like, what the hell is this guy doing?
What the heck is he doing?
At the end of the performance...
We need to watch that interview. I never watched it, actually.
Yeah. The host of the show.
The show, yeah.
He went up to him and was like, yo, man... That is an amazing performance, man. Yeah. You gotta see me that move you did at the end. What's that move called?
What is that move called, bro?
It was like, it's called the moonwalk. Sure. And everybody was like, the moonwalk. And it started being called the moonwalker.
The moonwalk, yeah. The moon. He is. I mean, you know what's the funny part, though? Do you think that is how you need to walk in the moon? Haha.
Yeah, man. Could be, you know? We don't know.
I've never been on the moon, so I need to ask astronauts, man.
Yeah,
but yeah, Michael Jackson, man.
Yeah, we may need to speak to Mark Shuttleworth.
Mark Shuttleworth, if the moonwalk worked. Moonwalk, Mark and Mr. Elon himself, Master Musk, the SpaceX, man.
Yeah, we gotta ask those dudes if the moonwalk worked on the moon, though.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But that's what's up, bro. Speaking of shows too, man. Yo, man, I heard. I mean, our legend. He's a legend now.
Yeah. He's literally earned that title.
He's earned that title. Yeah. Our legend, our comedic legend, Mr. Trevor Noah.
Yeah, Trevor Noah.
Has actually left at The Daily Show.
Yeah, he has. Apparently, he felt like he'd done everything.
Damn, yeah, nah?
Yeah, he felt like he'd done everything that he needed to do. He's been there like for what? 7 years?
Is it 7 years already?
Or is it 5?
I don't recall.
It's between 5 and 7 years.
Yeah.
Because it was hired before COVID.
Yeah, of course, way before COVID. Yeah, it was
then
way
COVID came.
Yeah. Like he was already in the thick of things.
Yeah, and we spent COVID with him on the Daily Show.
All the way until he had afro and stuff.
Yeah, I think it's 7 years because he was employed on the Daily Show before Donald Trump was voted for as president.
Oh.
Donald Trump served his 5-year term and he left office, and then he only left after Joe Biden was president.
How many years did Trump serve? 4?
5?
Did he serve 2? Did he serve 2 terms?
He served 1 term.
1 term, yeah. So Trevor was before.
He was before Trump was
elected.
So
that's around 2016.
During the whole campaign, Trump.
That's
Trevor
2014.
No. 2017, 18. That's why I'm saying 5 years.
Yeah. Because Obama served how many terms? 2? 3?
2 terms.
2 terms, right?
2 terms, yeah.
Oh, wait,
there's only one president in the world who served more than 2 terms, people.
Who's that?
There's 2, I mean.
Yeah. Who are they?
Chinese president, Xi Jinping, and the Russian president, Vladimir Putin.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, those are the only 2 presidents who served more than 2 terms.
Mugabe? Come on, man.
Yeah, man.
Come on, what you mean, son? Yeah. Mugabe, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. Africa's in the building.
Yeah,
global.
Africa
you know what it is?
Africa
Mugabe, and I can't say someone who's heading that way as Paul
Kagame.
Yeah, I think he's heading that way too.
It looks,
but I don't know
that way. But he's doing quite a great job.
Yeah, man. With Kagame, people left, right, some are saying this. From my view too, I think he's doing a great job. Though I've not been to Rwanda, but I think he's doing a great job.
I mean, the aesthetics look good.
Yeah, so I'm impressed, man. I personally would love to go to Rwanda. And I'm going to be going to Rwanda,
and
just to vibe.
You know, when Western media isn't talking good about you, you're doing something right.
You know, because every time What's in Jalo if I see Paul Kagame with the Western media is always like, hey, about Leon. But then I listen to what he's saying. This is the thing. I listen to what the man is saying, and I'm like, hey, this makes sense.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because I was watching the like clips from the Commonwealth Conference that was hosted by Rwanda. I think it was hosted there in 2021.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And
that's last year.
He was talking about how people in Western media always want to depict him as a ruthless ruler or a dictator.
Yeah,
Let's just say dictator because that's the word they used. Because a journalist from BBC, mind you, is a black person.
I think I saw that one. Yeah.
Who asked him the question what he has to say about people referring to him as a dictator.
What did the Honorable Paul Kagame say?
You have to go on YouTube and watch it. I don't want to misquote the king.
The king. But there's a book called Rwanda Inc.
Yeah.
I think once I read that book, I'll definitely have a better understanding of Rwanda because I've seen it about Rwanda Inc. because I want to know, what is it about Paul Kagame that they don't like, or so to speak? Some say, no, he privatized the country, but then I see it benefiting the people.
You know,
we need to check that book out.
Very funny because it's very funny because in the I think it was in the 90s that we had the Hutsi and Tutsi war.
Yeah, 95, somewhere 94, 95, I'm not mistaken. I'm not
sure. The Hutsi and Tutsi war was one of the worst.
It was a genocide.
Like, as I'm explaining, it was one of the worst documented genocides in the history of the world.
True. Very true, brother.
It was one of the worst. And what he did when he took office was he formalized a way to unite his country.
Yeah.
Successfully. Not without any challenges,
naturally.
But he did it successfully, which is something you have to give credit to where it's due. The man did work his sweat off.
Yeah, man, he was part of it was a team of them actually. Since they were, as you're saying, Lama factions out too, the Hutsis and Tutsis, right? Continuing battling and all that. There's a faction which was created. He's part of that faction, which just ended. That was thanks to them, Mengtol. They actually ended that whole thing, and then they decided to rebuild the world, and their world. It was difficult, because So we're talking about someone who it's military too. So he's not just another. You know what I'm saying? He's not just a politician.
Yes.
He's military minded. Yeah, but he came through after they ended that whole saga, the Hutu and Tutsis, that genocide, they laid that to rest and then they started rebuilding the country.
Indeed, very important, very powerful.
It's powerful, man. For that alone, I was like, for the fact that they ended the war, so to speak, that alone, that's honorable.
Yeah.
And that's legendary because that war was not benefiting the country, it was killing them.
Exactly.
Literally.
So for Western media to speak ill of a person who responsible for such good.
I'm always wary of the Western media, straight up. Same with all our other presidents. I'm not saying that there's no one who's perfect. I'm not saying they don't have challenges. Don't get me twisted. It's the same with Mugabe. Yeah. But the people I've interacted with, most of them, including my people, who still live in Zimbabwe, it's a different scenario. Yes, there are challenges, but again, I keep saying, I don't know what it is about Western media. Same with Idi Amin. But that's just their thing, man. That's not something I'm gonna, crack my head over.
The one thing that really hurt me the most is when they assassinated Colonel Muammar Gaddafi.
Oh man, that one
really hurt me the most.
That one hit home.
That one really hurt me.
I mean, it still hurts. We still hurting
as we speak.
Big time.
As we speak. When the former president, His Majesty, Thabo Mbeki was in office.
True.
During his administration.
Yes, sir.
He was working on a plan with
The Honorable Gaddafi.
The Honorable Colonel Gaddafi to rest in peace to the king, to make sure that they created a continental currency that would be backed by
our resources,
our gold,
yes,
reserves, our platinum reserves,
diamonds,
our diamond reserves,
forever.
Our livestock reserves, as well as our petroleum reserves,
our land,
as well as our land resources. So for them to have created that currency, if they had created that currency,
it would have been for the West.
It would have been a game changer for the rest of the globe.
For the rest of the globe, and most importantly for us as Africans,
because it would have uplifted the African continent.
Yes.
It would have changed the landscape in which the African continent is placed. Number one reason why this is very, very confusing for me, that they had to assassinate His Majesty, is because not long after they assassinated the colonel, then people started speaking about cryptocurrencies.
Do you think there's a link there?
It looks as if.
You know, man, I
don't know about you.
Yeah, but
but to me, if it quacks like a duck and it sounds like a duck and it walks like a duck, it is a duck, man.
So check it out, man. I definitely vouch for what you're saying. I believe it, more than believe. I definitely, you know what I mean? Like, I second what you're saying, because when I'm to what I do know, specifically about our honorable former president Thabo Mbeki, naye futhi uMohammed Gaddafi, they were the ones, including Ubaba Umugabe. Those three actually were the ones that brought us the first digital satellite in Africa. That helped for telecommunication purposes. It was them three which actually came together.
Yeah.
Because apparently they did like first try everyone, you know what I mean, all the countries to come together, but of course due to differences and whatever, I don't know what, tribalistic and all of that jazz, you know, that couldn't happen. But them three, you know, like came together and, you know, made the project happen. That's a fact. I was shocked to hear that. I was like, oh, how come this has never been like out there being blown up in the commercial media? I used to wonder why.
The only reason why it wasn't done like that is because it was for the upliftment of the African people, and it was done by Africans for Africans.
Yeah, for Africans.
So they would never give any shine to that.
True,
you know,
true.
when we watch the news, like when you watch Western globalistic news, you must pay attention to two themes.
And what are they?
The theme is always around the plight of the African.
Oh, the African. Oh, the dark continent.
Woe is thee. Woe is me. You know, that's what they always wanna
emphasize. They emphasize that a lot.
But they won't speak about the victory of African continents. They won't speak about the progress that African continents are making.
Ever.
Let's look at, for example, our victory as Africans, our ability as Africans to come together during the 2010 FIFA World Cup.
True.
You remember during the 2010 FIFA World Cup that our country, the president, decided that any and all Africans who want to come and watch the World Cup in South Africa for the duration of the World Cup need not have a visa to come and visit.
What? I didn't know that. I do not remember that. I was working that time. I was working like
that. That boosted our economy.
But I don't actually recall that. But I'm sure.
That boosted our economy so much. So much.
Yeah.
That every store in town was busy. That every store in town.
back to back, bro. Like
There were
business was
stores that were
booming.
closing at 9 that decided
Yeah.
not to close and be
Close
24/7
24/7.
closed.
It's facts. Yeah, it was a crazy time, bro. Yo, it was a crazy time.
It was very crazy.
It was a very crazy time, bro. I recall that, like the buzz in the air. You know what I'm saying? Oh man,
Yeah, but
man.
you gotta give kudos to things like those. They'll never celebrate that.
They never do, bro.
They'll never talk about the fact
the
that
successes.
Yeah, they'll never talk about the fact that during the Jacob Zuma administration, we never had load shedding. But they will speak to you about Nkandla. They will speak to you about this court case and that court case. They'll never speak to you about us not having load shedding during his administration.
Hey, bro, we didn't. Are you sure, bro?
Bro,
when did Ubab Zuma leave?
Bro,
the administration.
if you remember when he entered into parliament officially, it was 2009. During his first State of the Nation
there
address.
was, bro, load shedding, but it wasn't extreme.
No, bruh. When you say load shedding, bruh.
Now I'm not talking extreme.
When you say load shedding, this is what I mean when I say load shedding.
Tell me what you mean.
Load shedding is when there's a timer on the news saying level what load shedding, level what load shedding.
No, there wasn't there wasn't that, bro.
Although
Eskom was starting to fuck up.
Yeah, with Mr.
Fall down.
Jacob Zuma, we did have a few outages here and there.
No, it's true. No, I get what you're saying. I fully get it.
But there was no load shedding.
Ah, man. But hey, man. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. For now, though.
Yeah.
But speaking on World Cups, man. Yeah, we are. Yo, we're a couple of days away from the World Cup.
Yeah,
and you can really feel it in the air. Like I felt it from last week. You know what I'm saying?
We're literally 5 to the World Cup now.
Literally, yeah,
5 to the World
Cup.
To
the World Cup.
It's just an intermittent section away from being the World Cup.
Yeah, man. So
and
in Qatar or Qatar, they call it.
Yeah, it's in Qatar.
Yeah,
but when you look at the spelling, that's Iqata.
Iqata kuthina nje. Iqata khuleke Iqata, bro, you know. Iqata lenyama. Hey, babazodla kodwa ngenqama.
Yeah.
They want to make hella
money. But apparently, even though our country, South Africa, is not qualified for the World Cup, our son of the soil is going to be playing in the World Cup.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a player by the name of Keanu Bacchus.
Keanu Bacchus.
Yeah, Keanu Bacchus. If you remember, there was a Kaizer Chiefs midfielder. I forgot his first name.
Yeah.
But his name was also Bacchus. His last name was also Bacchus.
Oh, wait.
Who was playing for a South African team at the Kaizer Chiefs. Yeah. But he's born also in South Africa.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
And he lives in Australia. So this Keanu guy was born in Durban.
Oh, okay.
Alongside his brother.
Yeah.
They were both born in Durban.
Both footballers.
But one of them is not going to be representing the squad, but one of them is going to be representing the Australian national team at the 2022 World Cup.
So nationality-wise, it's technically South African. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
But because his family, they had work to do in Australia, they relocated with him. And when he got there, he had a nice life, I guess, and
now he managed to pursue
his dream, and
that's awesome.
His allegiance was to the Australian football team because the Australian football team kept calling him up while South Africa's football team never did. So we can't blame the guy
for going to another country to be successful.
We can't blame the guy for
because we do not recognize.
We didn't even call him up once. Why would we be jealous? I'm just kudoing him up because he's from Durban.
He's
a hometown hero.
I'm glad he's a hometown hero. Salute to him, man. And we are really proud of that, man.
And he also has relatives there. His grandmother lives in Durban.
Come on, he's one of us. I'm happy. I'm happy our people are making it out there South Africans, and also there are our other brothers in Africa,
in
our
Africa.
African brothers
Yeah.
as a whole,
Yeah.
which will be
in the World Cup.
in the World Cup.
Yeah,
you know?
man. There are actually some very that the word I'm looking for is controversial stories.
Oh yeah. Oh, really?
That have taken place with regards to African football stars who have switched allegiances with national teams who
overseas international teams.
Yes, with overseas national teams. These soccer players have starred for these national teams at youth level.
Sure.
But once they reached like the age of like 20, 21, they don't get called up
young
anymore.
adults.
But they were like
They've
they were
been
doing the
in the
things.
academies. They've
They
been
were
in the
doing
training,
the
bruh.
things with the national team,
Ish.
bruh. They were doing the things with the junior
Yo.
levels. And luckily, because of the rules that were changed at the 70th FIFA conference in September 2020.
Yes, sir.
There was a rule change that now allows players to switch nationalities. So if they have played no more than 3 competitive matches at senior level prior to them turning 21,
Sure,
including no appearances in FIFA World Cup finals matches or continental finals, there will be a couple of Africans who will be able to, then change from that European or that American country and go and play for their African countries. And we'll be seeing a couple of African examples of that in Qatar, as well as several players who turned out for the junior national teams of one country and have gone on to play senior football for another. So I'm just going to be making like examples for you of the 5 most prominent examples. The first one is Munir El Haddadi. He's a Moroccan. This striker was born and raised in Spain, coming through the famed Barcelona Academy, making his senior debut for the Catalan Giants in 2014. He had been a star of the Spanish junior national teams, scoring goals, and was handed a first senior cap also in 2014, aged 19, playing 13 minutes in a 5-1 win over Macedonia.
Yeah.
It was likely to time down to Spain as Morocco made overtures, as the rules at the time stated he could not then switch allegiances. His career path has not quite gone as he had hoped in the years since. He had spells on loan at Valencia, Alaves. He moved to several teams. And then finally he joined Getafe this season. He was not capped again by Spain, and as far back as 2017, he requested to be able to switch allegiances to Morocco in order to play in the 2018 World Cup in Russia.
That's dope.
This was denied.
What?
But once the latest rule change came into force, he was able to debut for the Atlas Lions, which he did against Mauritania in March 2021. He has not exactly set the world alight with Morocco, but he is expected to be part of the squad and their travels to Qatar. So that's just one of the guys. We also have other players like Inaki Williams from Ghana, who was also born in Spain to Ghanaian parents. They grew up in Bilbao, joining the youth academy at Athletic in 2012. He made his senior debut for the side in 2014 and has mostly been a regular ever since, astonishingly featuring in every La Liga match for Athletic since the start of the 2016-17 season. This is a run of about 241 successive games. So this guy has a lot of experience in the field.
He's very experienced.
And he's now gone on and he wanted to, start playing for the Black Stars of Ghana.
Nice, man.
We also have Kalidou Koulibaly, who is Senegalese. He never played a senior game for France, but played for the country of his birth at junior international level before deciding at the relatively late age of 24 to start playing for Senegal. The centre back was born in Saint des Vosges and started his professional career in Metz, winning caps for France at under 20 level, including at the World Cup in 2011.
Damn.
He was courted by French coach Didier Deschamps, but in 2015 decided to play for Senegal and has been a regular ever since. He will be a key figure for the team in Qatar, having recently moved to Chelsea after successful years with Napoli in Serie A. We also have another example in the form of Eric Maxim Choupo-Moting, another very good player who's playing for the Bayern Munich team in Germany, who was born in Hamburg. And he has also played for Barcelona at both under 19 and under 21 level, but very shortly afterwards decided to play for the Cameroon national side. He has a German mother and a Cameroonian father and played for the land of his birth at the Junior Euros before the lure of promised place in the Indomitable Lions team at the 2010 World Cup in South Africa, and it was too great. He also featured for the team at the 2014 World Cup, having been the subject of a complaint by Tunisia, who believed he was not eligible.
What?
This was some 4 years after he had made his debut and came as the two countries sparred in World Cup qualification.
Can he be not eligible when he's been in a World Cup before?
FIFA cleared the player though, and Choupo-Moting has been a more of less regular feature for Cameroon, though there were times when he opted out of playing for the national side, including at the 2017 Africa Cup of Nations finals. There were some political issues with his club team and them not wanting him to go to the African Cup of Nations because they were fearing that he's an injury-prone player. But now, with the World Cup coming up, he is definitely going to be representing his country because, when the World Cup is on, all football stops.
All football, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, like, which countries actually are going to be in this World Cup?
Well, in Africa...
In Africa, yeah, specifically.
We have about 5 qualification spots.
Dope.
So with our African countries, we do have Cameroon.
Supporting them. Cameroon.
Yes, that's one of the first countries that's going to be on the World Cup. They were the first to qualify.
That's what's up.
One of the key players to look forward to in the Cameroon national team would be the one and only Sadio Mane, as well as the man that I was just speaking about, Choupo-Moting, who's also a Cameroonian, which will be actually,
That's going to be dope, bro.
Yeah.
Away, bro. Nah, man, I'm definitely rooting for all the African countries.
Yeah, so we will also have Morocco, Senegal, as well as Tunisia and Ghana, who will be representing our lovely continent.
I can't wait.
And all 5 of them will be appearing. Previously, Cameroon, Morocco, and Senegal made it to the last 8 of the African Cup of Nations earlier this year. So based on their performances, we look forward to them, actually performing well.
We do.
We want them to break that spell of, teams from Africa not actually making it to the semi-finals. They always only end up at the quarters.
I'm rooting for all the African countries.
The last time we had an African country ever qualify to such, to such a stage, I think it was in the 90s or the 80s.
And what team was that? Do you recall?
I think it was Nigeria with Roger Miller.
Oh, yeah. Nah, man, I'm rooting for all the African countries, man.
90 or 1994.
I'm rooting for all of us to take the World Cup, more than qualify, go beyond semi-finals and qualify.
Yeah, man. I mean, if an African country could win the World Cup this year, I'm saying if an African country could win the World Cup this year,
straight up,
I would definitely put my Randellas on Cameroon.
For sure. Cameroon it is, man. Cameroon it is. One thing about the FIFA is the controversies and the stories, the conspiracy. Nah, you FIFA in the conspiracy any.
Yeah. Break it down, brother.
Bro, I'm reading this as said by the man himself. Quotes, open quotes. The election of Qatar for the World Cup was a mistake, and I assume my responsibility as FIFA president at that time. End quotes, Sepp Blatter.
What's the backstory behind?
Well, to me, this sounds like, okay, I was bribed, guys. I want to learn, but ish. Too late, man. I realized it shouldn't have been them, but they gave me good money. So ish, it is what it is.
Middle East money, bro.
He's just saying, nah, man. You know, it's the Middle East.
Yeah, man. The Middle Easterns have
got the door, and they've been wanting one. Yeah, I wanna learn. They've been wanting one, man.
For the first time in history, they will.
No, they will. They got it, bro. They got it, bro. So
we're looking forward to a spectacular show. It's only a few days away, you know.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, man.
It's really like coming to fruition, you know. I can't wait to see how it's going to pan out. You know, outside of African countries that I'm looking forward to watching, I'm also looking forward to watching Portugal. It's Cristiano Ronaldo's final World Cup. It could be. He could decide to go for another one. But he's 38.
Yeah, he's 38. So he's quite...
according to football years,
yeah,
he's 60.
football years, he's 60.
Yeah, according to football years, he's 60. So this could be his retirement World Cup. So we're looking forward to seeing how far he can get. Maybe he can win it. The squad he's playing with is very strong.
Totally.
Most of the players that are in the squad are playing in some of the best leagues in Europe.
So it's top tier.
Only a few, and also that few that is not really at like platinum level player type
but
is in the substitutes. So you can definitely bet on Portugal also being one of the teams to watch. We're also going to be paying specific attention to the French national team.
Le France.
You know, the French national team is going to be doing things big. Another player in the French national team who could be having his last World Cup is Karim Benzema.
Oh,
Karim Benzema is really one of those players who has been with France for the longest time. If I'm not mistaken, when France lifted the World Cup a few years ago, he was a part of the team.
Dude.
So it would be really nice for him to lift it again.
It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic.
This is his last one, you know?
Yeah.
We're also going to be looking forward to watching the Argentinian national team.
I was about to say
with Lionel Messi possibly playing also his final World Cup.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, right?
Yeah. You know, people have gotten old and, you know, after an illustrious career with Lionel Messi, you know, having played professional football over the last 23 odd years at the top of his game.
The engineer.
From the very first season, he's been at the top of his game.
Yeah, man.
Cristiano Ronaldo has been playing for like a quarter of a century, 25 years.
Damn.
At the height of his like football career.
Illustrious career, man.
You know, from 2007 till now. He's been playing professional football. That's a long time. Playing 25 years is
that's a long time.
Is no joke.
That's no joke, brother. As you're saying, man. So kudos to the cats,
man. We're looking forward to
the World Cup.
But we're also looking forward to some new blood coming in and, you know, showing that they are here to dominate. Like, for example, Sadio Mane, really good player. Choupo-Moting, also really good player, doing big things. Both of them playing for the same team in Bayern Munich. We're also going to be on the very same national team, looking to do big things there as well. We're also looking forward to seeing if our lovely, you know, African brothers can come and step up to the occasion. Because usually, you know, they do well for their clubs in Europe. They become European champions. They are revered all over the world.
A lot of energy.
But, you know, whenever they get to their national teams, they just miss it by a hair. So we want to see what's going to be happening. There's a lot of players that are going to be coming in as well. I mean, we're looking at players like Kylian Mbappe. We're looking at players like Vinicius Jr., who's also a Brazilian, who's just, at the beginning of an illustrious career playing for Real Madrid. We should be seeing how well he's going to do for Brazil at the World Cup.
It's gonna be quite a feast.
Yeah, it's gonna be a feast of football, brother. It's gonna be a feast of football. If you also are going to be watching the World Cup, just let us know which teams you bet your hard-earned money is going to actually win the World Cup. But for me, I have my top 5, and I'm sticking to it. Cameroon is at number 5, Argentina is at number 4, Portugal is at number 3. I've got France at number 2. And I've also got Germany at number 1. I know it's a mostly European and South American,
very European
vibe, top 5. But I'm just keeping it realistic because all these teams that I named are really, 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 really at the best performing level right now.
For sure. No, we give thanks, fam. We give thanks. We look forward to the World Cup, man. We want to check it out. So yeah, man. Word on the street, man. As we just land from the heights
of the year
word on the streets is Nasir Jones, the honorable legend, goat of goats, Nasir Jones, aka Nas,
the godson,
aka the godson, man, aka Mr. Stillmatic, Mr. It Was Written,
Mr. Illmatic,
Mr. Stillmatic. He has dropped his 14th or 13th album. Right? The King's Disease Part 3. Exclusively, executively produced by the other legend, Hit Boy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I have not listened to the tape, man, but I'm gonna listen to it.
Me too. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting.
Like, Part 3, because I enjoyed King's Disease 1. Yeah. I enjoyed King Disease 2 even more.
Yeah.
Especially for the fact that there was Lauryn Hill, man. Lauryn Hill. Yeah. Most Lauryn Hill, man. It was just epic.
I mean, I don't want to lie to you. My favorite track on the King's Disease albums, there's just that one track that really, really like really spoke to me, bruh. You know the track he did with Don Toliver and Big Sean, Replace Me?
Ooh,
that's my jam, bro. That's my jam, bro.
Yeah, that definitely is among my top tracks now in King's Disease 1, definitely, bro.
That's my jam.
That hit me hard.
That's my
Big
jam.
Sean.
Like literally.
Big Sean.
Literally, come on, that's man. My jam. Like that's my jam.
But that jam also touched my heart, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. But I'm not gonna lie too, man, because King's Disease 2 as an album just, I felt it even more. Bible.
We can go all day, man. Ultra Black.
Ish.
We go in Ultra Black.
Ultra Black, Yeah, so, no, I'm just happy with the king is having fun in releasing music. It's been a while we've seen Nas so enthusiastic and so energetic.
And then there's Brunch on Sundays, man.
That Brunch on Sundays would blast,
Yeah, man.
So I'm just happy with this proves the power of chemistry.
Yeah.
The right lyricist, the right rapper and the right producer, or the right artist who's a vocalist and the right producer and engineer.
Yeah, and the right energy.
It's magic.
Yeah.
Speaking of magic, no pun intended.
Before the KD3 dropped,
they dropped magic.
Yeah. Before the KD3.
Some said it was. There's another friend of mine. He was like, "Yo, he feels like magic is just the doper one out of all." I'm like, "Hey, bruh,
you never know.
Never know." But I also loved magic because I love the simplicity. Straightforward.
Yeah.
No, it's just straightforward.
Bars,
lyrics, and music. That's it.
Bars,
and it just goes in.
I mean, if you look at what they did with Magic, Magic was really magical.
It's really magical.
My favorite song is the only one with a feature, Wave Gods.
The one Wave Gods, yeah.
And when I was watching the video for Wave Gods, I was like,
what?
The way they told the story, the way that they glamorized the hood, and fashion,
the narrative,
and fashion being more. They actually did literally show the world that fashion right now looks like
It's
something you
us.
can literally take out of the ghetto.
Yeah,
Because in the
yeah,
ghetto,
yeah,
you find all the style, and then you take all the style,
I mean, that's what they do.
you attach your big brand names to
that's what
our
they
style,
do. Not
and then you make money
do
of it.
that. We've seen that.
And it's literally what you see on a daily basis. Whenever you're walking in the hood, the fade is our thing.
It's
But once
everything's
upon a time, we saw
yeah.
David Beckham rocking the fade, and
Yeah,
everyone was
man.
like, "Wow, what a
Wow,
style!"
it's no, they always take
No, it's
from
our
us, and
style.
then they
You remember he
know?
even went further because David Beckham really wanted to show where he got his inspiration from.
True.
He did cornrows when he was in SA. He did cornrows when he was in SA because he wanted to show that all this time my style has been inspired by Africa.
Yeah, man, that's the culture, man.
Yeah.
Salute to that, man. Salute to Nasir Jones, and
Yeah. Salute to Hit
amped.
Boy. Salute
We're
to
gonna
Hit Boy,
listen to
man.
that. We're gonna be diving in.
Yeah, man, we're gonna be diving
Another
in.
legend, of course. We've been waiting for his album for like
Yeah,
he
for a
did
while.
give us the EP, but we've been waiting
we've
for an
been
album
waiting
for a while.
Yeah, man.
The legendary
Mr. Never Not Giving Enough.
Never Not Giving Enough.
Mr.
Yo,
Own Appeal.
Mr. The Good Fight.
Mr.
Come
Tangible
on,
Dream.
Yo, Mr. Tangible Dream, man.
The one, the only, the incomparable.
Odyssey.
Yeah.
It's Odyssey, man. The latest addition to what you've been missing. Odyssey has dropped an album called
At What End?
Yo,
Sheesh.
come on. Mellow Music Group. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, man. The latest and the greatest of what you've been missing.
Exactly. That's Odyssey for you, man. So we amped, man, to announce that it's dropped.
Yeah.
We also want to check that. I want to dive into that a lot.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to
man.
listen to the Sonics
of the
vibe,
of the vibe.
Before I even listen to his lyricism, I just want to hear the Sonics,
man,
bro.
You know what I mean? The Jazzman himself.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Very updated the way I mean, he knows how to do it, man. He knows how to tell a story. Odyssey is one of the greats.
He's one of the greatest
of all time.
He's one of the greatest.
You know, so people, Mellow Music as a company is a company which I love to endorse, literally, and just put them out there because they're the style. We've got Homeboy Sandman.
Yeah.
We got Maloe.
Yeah.
Yo, which is gotta take that band out.
We've got Saba Kapstad.
Dude, Saba Kapstad, a South African band.
Yeah.
Signed to Mellow Music.
Yeah.
You gotta check them out, guys. But other than that, man,
Yeah, man. They also did something with Ghostface Killer.
Yeah. And Bad Not Good.
Yeah, Bad Not Good. Yeah. They also did something with Ghostface Killer and Apollo Brown.
Yes.
They also did something amazing with Apollo Brown and Steady.
Yes, the Black Lights, right?
Yeah, Black Light.
What Stanley, who also happened to be in MMG, another MMG.
He was previously with Maybach Music Group.
It's crazy. He's the first MMG, he's the first
MMG alumni
on
to
both
move
sides
to
another MMG.
Yeah.
So shout out to Stanley, man, and just all the artists, man, all the all the people who are making true music and true art by any means.
The light seekers, the light givers.
The light givers, man. Shout out
the
to
purists,
them.
man.
The purists, man.
We give thanks for real, man.
Yeah, guys. And then without further ado, man, that's really it, man.
Yeah,
Do
man,
you have
it's a
anything
wrap.
else from the word, from the streets, man?
Well, man, if you wanna hit us up, you know where to get us. It's at GCPMC_cool on Twitter. If you wanna hit up our technical producer, it's at DeHouseByDane on Instagram, on the Facebook, on the Twitter.
Yeah, man.
You can also just drop your comments, on the YouTube. You can also subscribe, and share this to all those people who seek light and want to get in tune with what's happening in and around them. Just making sure that, everybody stays up to date and informed about things that are happening. But one thing I want you all to know is we're not going to stop, and we won't stop giving you this consistent energy.
Yes, so yeah, man, from your hood to my hood, from our hood to your hood, we give thanks, man. Keep well, keep good. Word, sound, and power.
Yeah, man. Take it easy, man. And if it's easy,
take it home.
Don't take it nowhere.
Take it home. Peace.